So good afternoon, everyone. I'm very lucky. I'm the last speaker of this symposium. My name is Ming Huo, and I'm currently working at the China Institute of Rural Educational Development, based at Northeast Norway University. This presentation is a collaborative effort with Professor Ming Huo. Today, we will explore the complex issues of auto-field teaching in rural China. The presentation starts with some background information on educational context, teacher education, and the teacher certification system in China. And after setting the status with this background, we will dive into the core sections covering the privilege of OOFT, the causes of OOFT, the potential impacts of OOFT, and finally, I will make some conclusions. And as you can see from the international reports, China's educational system has been remarkably has achieved remarkable achievements. For instance, students from wealthier urban areas, such as the students from Shanghai, they often perform very well in international assessments like PISA. However, this success masks the reality in rural areas, where resources are more limited and the challenges like auto-field teaching are widespread. Before I dive into the reality of auto-field teaching in China, I will first give some brief introduction about some basic issues, background information. First, as we mentioned, the administrative divisions in China. China's administrative division has 4 tiers: the provincial level, the prefectural level, the county level, and the county level. So 4 levels. And for the educational finance, over the past 45 years, China's educational financing system has shifted from the local-only funding to a mix of local, provincial, and central government support. A major change came in 2001, with rural teacher salary being managed at the county level. While this shift intended to improve teacher stability, challenges persist, one of which is the widespread practice of auto-field teaching in rural China. And in this presentation, I would like to define rural China as refers to the county level areas. And these areas has been characterized by economics that rely predominantly on agriculture rather than in industry. And then I move to the educational system in China. China's educational system consists of 5 levels: the preschool education, primary education, junior secondary education, the senior secondary education, and compulsory. The compulsory education is 9 years, and for the senior secondary education and college education, it's not compulsory. Compulsory means you don't need to pay for tuitions, but for the senior secondary school and for the college school, you need to pay for the tuition fee by yourself. And China follows a unified national curriculum with the standard assigned by the Ministry of Education to ensure the consistency across the country. The educational system places a strong emphasis on high-stakes examinations. The Zhongkao, which means the entrance exam for high schools, serve as the key determinants for high school placements. Well, Gaokao, which refers to the entrance examination for college or for universities, plays a critical role in deciding university or colleges admission. These exams heavily influence students' academic path and future opportunities. The structure of Chinese teacher education has evolved significantly. Before 1999, normal school, we have 3 levels of schools or universities or colleges, especially to train the teachers. Normally, before 1999, normal schools train primary teachers, and the professional teacher colleges train lower secondary school teachers, and the normal university and colleges prepare upper secondary school teachers. But after the 1999, the system has expanded to encourage teacher education programs in comprehensive universities. Now, I will mention something about the teacher certification in China. Teacher certification also underwent reforms. Before 1995, automatic certification was the norm, which means if you graduate from normal school, if you graduate from a professional teacher college, or you graduate from normal university, you are automatically accredited teacher certificate. But after that, since 2011, a national exam system has been standardized, which to gain the qualification required for teaching. While these reforms improve teacher qualification in urban areas, rural schools continue to struggle with recruiting and retaining well-trained teachers. The reality is, urban schools generally prefer candidates who hold both teacher certificates and a strong background in teacher education, including formal training in pedagogy and teacher practice. In contrast, the county-level primary and junior middle school face challenges in attracting well-equipped or well-qualified candidates. This is due to the reason of limited resources and lower appealing. And these schools often have to hire teachers with certificates, but without adequate pedagogical or curriculum training. As a result, maintaining educational quality becomes difficult in rural China, contributing to a prevalence of auto-tutor teaching in these areas. In this background, our institute carried out a survey, a national survey in China, especially in rural China. And this study involved a survey of primary school teachers in rural China. A total of 43,000 teachers from 3,000 primary schools were invited to participate. Ultimately, we get 36,000 of primary teachers from 3,000 schools completed the questionnaire, and the response rate was 83.5.
Well.
Okay, and let's have a look at some information. So we can have an idea of what Chinese teacher workforce looks like. And first, we have a look at the demographic information. As you can see, the majority of teachers are female, 67%, and married, 85%. And the average age of teacher is 38 years old. Most teachers have 1 or 2 children, 81%, while a smaller percentage have no children or more than 2 children. And the working places of the teacher are distributed across county, township, and villages, with a slightly higher proportion working in the villages, and it's like 42%. Finally, the teacher come from various hometowns, with a significant majority of them originate, like 56%, they are from villages. And let's have a look at their diplomas. As you can see, the majority of teachers, 62% hold an associate degree, which is lower than the bachelor degree. And a significant proportion, like 33%, have a bachelor degree or above, while a smaller percent only have like 4%. They hold only a normal school diploma. A normal school diploma equals to a high school diploma. And the percentage of teachers with junior secondary schools and senior secondary schools diploma is relatively low, indicating that most of them have pursued a higher education. And the distribution of diplomas vary across different ages and works school locations, as shown in the table. And let's have a look at the majors. What the teacher studied. The first major refers to the major studied before becoming a teacher. And the final major refers to the major studied in the highest diploma obtained, which may include the graduate degrees earned after becoming a teacher. As you can see, there are significantly discrepancies between the initial majors and the final majors pursued by the teacher. For instance, we have around 5,000 teachers initially major in Chinese, and we have like 15,000 teachers major in Chinese in the highest diploma. This suggests that Chinese is a popular choice for further studies. Potentially, this is due to that it is perceived easy to obtain in a diploma compared to subjects like mathematics, physics, chemistry, or some other subjects. And similarly, 13,000 teachers initially major in general teacher education from normal schools. However, only 2,500 teachers continue to teach in this field without upgrading their education. This indicates that many teachers who initially studied general teacher education felt the need to pursue higher qualifications in their studies. And in the contrast, the top 5 final majors were Chinese, other majors, Chinese, other majors, English, pedagogy, and mathematics. And this suggests that a significant number of teachers who initially studied non-teaching related subjects or general teacher education choose to specialize in Chinese, pedagogy, or ideology and critical education during their future studies. So they try to find some easy study, easy program, or easily written. Okay. Let's have a look at the prevalence and the results. Our study reviewed a widespread practice of auto-field teaching in county-level primary schools. This means that teachers are often assigned to teach subjects for which they have no formal training or qualifications. For instance, among teachers who have taught mathematics, only 14% have had an initial degree in mathematics. A significant proportion of like 30% have normal school background, and 57% have expertise in other subjects like Chinese, English, arts, music. And and as you can see, that we have a very severe problem for auto-field teaching in subjects like arts, music, and physical exercises, PE. For instance, we only have 3% of arts teachers had an initial major in arts. And many arts teachers have background in other subjects, including Chinese, mathematics, and English. And the distribution of auto-field teaching across regions is also not balanced. For instance, in county town primary schools, on average, 54% of teachers teaching outside of their field expertise. And if we went to township primary schools, the number is 65%. And in the villages, around 70% of teachers, they need to teach auto-field subjects, at least for 1 courses. And this auto-field phenomenon is especially severe for the young teachers, for the new teachers. Among teachers with 0 to 5 years of teaching experience, the incidence of auto-field teaching is as high as 93%. And this rate is significantly higher than that of teachers in other age groups, and far exceeded the average level across all teachers. So if you are young, you have to teach a lot of subjects that you are not specialized in. Let's have a look at the courses. The first reason is because of the teacher shortage. Some county-level schools face significant teacher shortage, with actual teacher numbers far below the allotted positions. And we also have structural imbalance in the distribution of subject specialist teacher. For instance, a lot of schools have to assign their teachers to teach subjects out of their expertise. For instance, a school may have a capacity to hire 8 teachers, but only manage to recruit about 6 due to various limitations. And another reason is school management. School management practice can also contribute to the auto-field teaching. A school may assign teachers to any subject that needs to coverage, regardless of the teacher's specialization. And the third is the survey review that is another reason is subject importance. The importance of subject can also influence the likelihood of auto-field teaching. core subjects such as mathematics, Chinese, English are less likely to be taught by out-of-field teachers due to their critical role in examinations. And the subjects requiring high specialization such as mathematics and physics are also less prone to out-of-field teaching due to their complexity and expertise needed. In contrast, subjects like moral or civilization, which has been seen as more adaptable, are more likely to be taught by out-of-field teachers. So I think our colleagues from Australia already mentioned in our Australian context. And the last one, I think, is a teacher preference. Because teachers' personal preference and experiences can also play a role in out-of-field teaching. Teachers' prior teaching experience, personal interest, and academic background have influenced their study choice and the likelihood of being assigned to teach out-of-field. For instance, a teacher who excelled in English during high school might choose to teach English later, even if it wasn't their first primary focus in their teacher education. And the potential, I want to emphasize the potential impact to finish my presentation. And the first is the impact on the students. Students in villages are more likely to encounter a succession of underprepared out-of-field teachers. This results in a cumulative negative effect on their learning, which is more harmful. I think it is more harmful than experiencing just 1 year of teaching. And for the teachers, I think, especially for many young teachers in villages, the lack of out-of-field teacher experience and expertise, and those novice teachers often need guidance from expert teachers to develop their instructional skills. However, due to the scarce of their mentors or the teacher with experience, they rarely receive adequate mentorship, hindering their professional growth. And here I want to mention one, in my opinion, one critical impact, which I called it as the hidden dropout. Hidden dropout means we know dropout. Dropout means the teacher, the students leave the school with no reasons. They quit their schooling. But for hidden dropout, I mean that the students still within the school, but they quit their studies. So in Chinese we have a problem. It's like that you have your body in the school, but your heart already you are already flying. Yeah, already vanished. Okay, and this is a table that I get it from a rural school in China, and the column name is in Chinese, but I can give you some explanations. And the first one refers to the people who passed the exam in Chinese, and the second column is the pass grade. So it's like only 22.2% of the students they passed the exam. I mean, they passed the Chinese exam, and only 20% they passed the mathematics exam. And only 11% passed English. So this is one school, and the next row is another school. So there are 5 schools included. So you can see that I was shocked by the figure. I was really shocked by the figure. I can't imagine that we have so many students from rural schools. They cannot pass exam. So according to so you may be wondering the reason behind it. In my opinion, the teacher quality is a significant contribution to this kind of hidden dropout. According to the regulation, county and township primary schools should have a teacher-student ratio range from 1.19 to 1.24. In reality, this ratio doesn't solve all the problems. Each teacher must handle multiple subjects, 3 to 4. With an average of 18 lessons per week per teacher, limiting the possibility of specialized teaching. A rural primary school might have 47 teachers, but only 1 English teacher, 1 PE teacher, and only 1 art teacher. And the rural schools struggle to retain teachers. For instance, rural primary schools had 13 teachers, but 17 teachers left in the past 5 years. Newly trained teachers often leave as soon as their contract service period ends, leading to a lack of continuity in teacher quality. And okay, I will finish my presentation. And my conclusion is rural schools face severe educational challenges, including widespread out-of-field teaching, teacher shortages, and inadequate resources. These intervened issues contribute to a cycle of educational deficits, limiting students' future opportunities and perpetuating inequality in rural areas. Addressing these challenges require targeted interventions, including better teacher training, retention strategies, and resources allocation to ensure that rural students receive a quality education. And I would also like to be had. No problem. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for your listening.